Hey guys, my name is AKFX45 and this is my first video. I'm actually here on American Truck Simulator with a hidden area on the map in Salt Lake City, Utah. So I'm here to show that to you. It's something I have not seen anyone else do, so I figured that I would attempt to be the first to do this. Bear with me, this is my first time ever having done a YouTube video, so again, as I get better, maybe I will record some more of these and maybe, you know, take some loads and we'll you know, actually go do some missions. But beyond that, I just want to go ahead and introduce you to my channel. I am, again, AKFX45 Gaming, and this is the truck that I primarily drive here on ATS. It's Kenworth W900 Studio Sleeper 8x4 drop axle chassis. It's basically the longest chassis you can get. The 8x6 is actually the same length, but obviously doesn't have the drop axle part. It does come with a little bit bigger fuel tank, but anyway, this is the truck that I will be using today. Probably not the best truck for what we'll be doing, but it works, and it's my favorite truck, actually. It's the first truck that I bought when I finally made enough money to buy a truck. Proud to say I didn't take out any bank loans in this game, so just worked my way up, saved up the money, and started buying trucks and company, you know, equipment. So I've got 3 garages now, stuff like that. We'll talk a little bit more about that on the road. Anyway, we'll also talk about my setup a little bit, but for the most part, down the road, we'll go into a little bit more detail on my setup. It's not really fancy or anything. Again, like I said, I'm new at this, so bear with me. We'll go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and set a marker here. We're going to go out to the east side of Salt Lake City, near the junction of I-80, where it merges with I-15. So we're going to go ahead, come down here, and the marker I'm actually going to set is right here at the end of this ramp. It's kind of interesting, really more or less just because the UI blocks have been removed on a lot of the roads that were previously considered hidden. You had to go around UI blocks in order to get onto some of the hidden roads, like for example in Bellingham. We all know about the Bellingham hidden road. So those have been removed in one of the more recent updates. I believe it might have been actually 1.40 that they removed that in. And so you can actually go through a lot of those places now without any hitting any invisible walls or anything like that. This one kind of caught my eye. You'll see what I mean about that when we get onto the freeway here. This one caught my eye as I was driving by, and I noticed that there was no UI blocks, even though the ramp on the map ends. So basically, kind of got curious and decided to go do a little bit of exploring. And so now I'm bringing you this video. Again, what I noticed was that when I searched Salt Lake City American Truck Simulator on YouTube, or anywhere for that matter, it did not come up anywhere as being something that anybody had done a video on. So I figured I'd go ahead and do one for you guys. Again, so my setup, I don't have a gear shifter. I, of course, you know, have paddle shifters on my steering wheel, but I don't really use those. I do like a little bit of the realism of shifting with my right hand. So basically, I'm running a G923 steering wheel, and I'm just using a keyboard and mouse for all my auxiliaries. So this actually gives me the advantage of using my mouse as my look around, my free look, and it works great for the moment. One of these days maybe I'll look into getting a shifter with you know, the Eaton Fuller topper with, you know, the high-low range and all that. But for the time being, this works good enough, and it allows me to do my skip shifts and stuff like that. You'll notice that I skip shift a lot. If you're watching my gears, you can see that I do a lot of skip shifting. No sense going through the gears for, you know, half a second to, you know, on my way to getting up to speed. I might as well make the most use of my my torque range, or my power band. So go ahead and get on the freeway here. Do a complete stop, and then make my right turn. On down the ramp here. Alright, so coming up here, exit 121, come around this corner right here, and let me just give you a little look-see here. So if you look here, we basically have the exit here, 600 south, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and stay in this exit lane, and we're going to exit. You'll notice that the exit ramp is coming up here. Basically, what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and exit. And we're just going to end up in no man's land, really. So we'll go ahead and jump off the freeway here. Up and over I-15. And this dumps us out into the east side of Salt Lake City. Come down the ramp here. And this ramp here is actually how you get back out. So we'll get to that here in a little bit. We're going to go ahead, and I'm not going to really explore the south side. You can go down to the south side of the city down there. There's an office building. It actually says office building on it. It's kind of funny. You'll notice that as we cruise around here, you know, not everything's fully rendered real well. But again, it's the stuff that you're going to see from the freeway. So if you can see it from the freeway, then it'll be high quality render. Otherwise, for the most part, you won't have any real depth of detail. One of the cool things here is up ahead. You're going to see Temple Square. So that was rendered in here pretty well, or at least you know, the building itself. One thing to watch out for is cars. They just tend to just spawn. So you probably saw those cars just kind of pop into gear up here ahead. That's where we'll come out here a little bit later. You'll see that the roads here, so not all the roads are really good. That, as you can see there, a little bumpy. They have crosswalks and stuff, sidewalks that come out and cross the road. Now, normally I do drive in first-person view, so just that's kind of how I do things. Again, traffic is kind of a pain when you're in these areas, but there's Temple Square. We'll cruise by there. There it is. That's kind of cool, pretty well rendered. We'll kind of cruise around here. We're actually going to make a U-turn here. I might as well just see if I can make that U-turn here. I don't know if I can or not. Haven't tried this, but I believe I can. Yep. Turn around here. See if I can get back up over this sidewalk. Oof. was a hard one. There we go. Now, beach it. Alright. Traffic did watch out for me there a little bit, but traffic doesn't always do that when you're in these out-of-bounds zones. They kind of seem to go wherever they want. Not a lot of stoplights around here either. There is one there in the areas that, again, the areas you can see directly immediately from the freeway. You can find stoplights and stuff like that, like up here, because you can see this from the freeway. But otherwise, for the most part, there's no real traffic control or anything like that. I don't know if you can get a red light violation out here in the sticks, so to speak. So we'll just kind of follow the traffic rules here. These lights aren't too terribly long. Let's kind of explore a little bit, go around the block here a little bit. Oops, I'm in a wrong gear here. There we go. So let's go ahead and head under the 15 here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just stick to... Over the railroad tracks here. This is always a little fiddly. So we hope you don't get run over by a train. Yeah, I'm just going to take the damage because, yeah. It's easier than getting stuck on the rails. What you can do, especially on a truck this long, it's really easy to get this truck bottomed out. I've done it a few times, going into hidden areas, going off-road. So again, this is areas that you can see from the freeway, and so these are going to be basically rendered pretty well. You see some missing stuff there. That's again just mostly because of where you're at. You were never meant to be down here. So, there are some buildings and stuff, a lot of dead ends. There's a train. I am using some mods, by the way, so I have more realistic trains in here. BNSF and all that, and the trains are a lot longer, a little more realistic. And now see, my road just disappeared. So again, like I said, never really meant to be here. We'll go ahead and see if we can... Ooh! See? Yeah. The road disappearing and stuff like that. That makes for an interesting time here. I seem to have gotten the truck stuck. Oops. Let's go into reverse here. What? We're just gonna... back this up here a bit. I am well and truly stuck here. I completely, unfortunately, didn't notice the end of the world here. Okay, let's see if we can give it the beans here. Probably do a little damage to the truck, but it is what it is. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go this way. See if I can't get out of here going off-road. Again, not the most ideal way to get around here. No, didn't mean to fall off the road there. So that's one thing about the about this map. If you do fall off the roads, it can be difficult to get back on. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and pause this here, and I'll try and see if I can't get us out of here. Oh, no, maybe I can get us out of here without. There's always a little bit of the adventure, I guess, in going into out of bounds areas. Is, you know, are we going to get stuck? And often the answer is yes. You are asking to get stuck. If you go off-road. So I will return. Alright, and we're back again. Finally got the truck unstuck. Didn't have to reload or anything like that. It was a little annoying, but anyway, here we are again. So again, there's some neighborhoods and stuff around here that you can go and explore. You might notice I took some damage to my truck trying to get unstuck there, so yeah, I took some damage. Anyway, I'll try and get through this without too much more trouble, hopefully. Let's tell me to visit service soon. Yeah, I know, I kind of crashed into a few things trying to get out, so the truck's not going to be in its best working condition. Oh, man, I saw my diff locked. So anyway, this neighborhood here, and again, anything you can see from the freeway is going to be, you know, pretty well rendered. So again, all this stuff here rendered pretty well. We're going to go ahead and this one I know I've made this U-turn before, so you can kind of go a little bit off-road there, back this up into someone's front yard. Avoid the lamppost, already damaged enough. And make the user. So again, this is a definite cul-de-sac. There's another one on the other side, on the west side of the freeway. Kind of, I guess, kind of west side, I guess. And that one actually has this dead end where the last time I tried it anyway, a whole bunch of traffic was coming down this road. I have no clue why, but a bunch of traffic, and it would despawn them at the end of the road at an invisible barrier. So whatever, that's kind of interesting. So we're probably not going to go down that road, but you can. It's I'll show you where it's at on the other side of the freeway here. We'll go ahead and come out here. Hang a right. This is one of the things about going into these out of bounds areas that you can really get into trouble is, again, things aren't really obeying all the same rules, I guess, as they would be. That's where you go down there if you want to go through that other neighborhood. But see, look, right here. So these, I mean, it's like I'm not even here. They just don't recognize my presence. So something to watch out for if you go out into the areas. Don't expect traffic to behave the same way it does for you in the rest of the game. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and come over here. We'll head on back into the city, go around the block. I'll show you an interesting building that you can see from the freeway. This is going to probably damage me some more going over these railroad tracks. Unfortunately, it's really the only way to get in and out over here. So we'll just go here. We'll turning circle isn't real good. Remember, this is a really long track. This is actually almost twice as long as a regular day cab. Oh, there's the Amtrak. Oh, that's pretty cool to watch. So again, Nothing really down that road. We'll go around here. And we'll head back south, and then we'll go find our way back to the ramp that'll take us back to the interstate. So through here, there's some stuff. You know what? I'm just gonna blow through that. Yeah, see, I don't even get a red light violation for that. This is an interesting building here. I don't know if it's kind of like one of those, Halloween like slaughterhouses or something. It says open October. Fun is here. You can see this from the freeway. There's the freeway right there. I don't know what this is really, but it's interesting. Any of you in Salt Lake City know what that is? Oh, my truck stalled. If any of you know what that is, or if that's a real thing, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see if we can restart my truck here. Yeah, I'm limping here. I'm in limp mode. Anyway, so if anyone's interested, I will link some of the mods that I have in the bottom. The biggest one that I use, if you see any brand names or anything like that around, it's because I'm using the mods by Jazzycat, the AI traffic mods. Same thing with the trains. I'm using a mod for those. So again, that's why you saw Amtrak, the more realistic train mods. So they're longer, a lot longer. You'll see, of course, Burlington Northern, BNSF. So I think that's Burlington Northern, San Francisco, or something like that. I can't remember. And then, of course, Amtrak, Pacific Union, Union Pacific, Union Pacific. So I'll, and again, there'll be a video in the future where I will, let's see if these cars despawn right here, don't they? I'll link some of the mods that I have, some of the more visible mods here. And then we'll go ahead and in the future, I will maybe go over all of the mods. Maybe I'll make a video where I do all the mods that I have for American Truck Simulator here. Anyway, for now, we're just going to go ahead and head on back to the interstate. When you hit this ramp right here, you want to stay to the right, and because if you go left, you'll hit a dead end. You can't actually get on the freeway from that ramp there on the left. So you want to head to the right, and this will take you back to westbound I-80. My truck is not in good health. So I'm going to go ahead and just end this video right here. Thank you all for stopping by and taking a look at this. Again, this is my first video ever, and so I hope it's okay. Hopefully I'll get better in the future. But until next time, I guess, thank you for watching, and hope you have a good rest of your day.